You're about to hop on the hay.
If you go where
just start laying them down.
God is.
Fucking I'm Jack from here and everything I fucking had now.
We ought to do a show just on that.
Okay, I gotta ask you though. Does the Disney guy still run the marketing aspect of things over there still?
It was a Disney girl.
Oh, I thought it was. That's fine.
No, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So like, at one point we kind of had 3 CEOs.
Okay.
And they were all just kind of doing the same type stuff, but for different like departments. And 2 of them stepped down. The 2 that stepped down, one was like one of the heads of Lucasfilms, like all the Star Wars shit, and like, you know.
Oh, and that's a Disney one, right? That's not.
I mean, Star Wars is only recently
Disney.
Disney in the past couple of years.
Yeah. But there was another Disney
But
one.
yeah, then there was another, the woman CEO. She was like head of kind of like Disney exhibits, so she was like the spearhead for Disney Hong Kong and China.
Dude,
What the
That's
well,
big
Meowwolf's like
But they stepped down.
surprisingly successful.
No,
I
yeah,
know.
it's wild. They both stepped down though, like within the past year, maybe even half year.
Oh, really?
And this other guy, Jose Tolusa, came in, and he's just the one CEO now, and he's from Viacom.
Oh,
So-
really?
Yeah.
CBS, Viacom, CBS. Holy shit,
He was
dude!
the one. He was the one who was in charge of this.
They own Comedy
CBS
Central,
merger.
just so you know.
Yeah, well, they own a shitload.
Oh, okay.
Like
I
you
thought
said,
you said you didn't know.
They're obviously hugely successful because
No, I
that's
mean
like a
they
super
own
group of-
MTV. They own all kinds of stuff. Like,
Fuck.
Viacom is like a huge, like.
I heard they were
AMC.
opening a 4th one too, like a 4th meal. There's 3.
Yeah,
right?
there's
the
3 right
Las
now.
Vegas
There's
and
gonna be
Denver.
one in Houston.
Houston.
Houston?
Okay.
Fuck, dude.
They're
God
gonna
damn.
have one like in all the major cities.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And once you're up that high, you can
That
probably
sucks though,
like
because that's all we have going for us.
yeah, right.
That is literally the only thing to do in Santa Fe.
Our claim to fame, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking Meow.
Yeah, and it's probably the worst of all the meow wolves. Right?
Yeah.
God damn, really?
Not really. Like,
I heard the Las
it's-
Vegas one was kind of
Yeah, I heard that one was mid.
It's
mid, son. That's so funny. We heard that from his son. That's so
Yeah,
funny.
maybe I just like it because I like worked on it so much, but I just like the concept of it. It's just like a crazy ass grocery store. It's just like fuck like
That the Vegas
fucking
one?
with you and,
Yeah,
it's just
I liked
funny.
the concept. They called it
Yeah.
Mega Mart or something like that.
Yeah,
So
I've
it
seen
has-
videos of it and I was like, damn, that's like the one I want to go
It's
to.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just that they had to kind of like cater it to Las Vegas, so it's a lot more like open and like accessible, and like there's not like a whole lot of crawl, like crazy little areas you can find. You know, it's like
Yeah,
very.
that's what I liked about the
wide,
Santa
yeah.
Fe one. I
Yeah.
spent like I used to ditch school every day, go to Meow Wolf, and get really high, and then just fuck with things for like hours on end.
Yeah.
That was like my routine.
What's funny is when I was a teenager, is we would do shrooms and go to Hobby Lobby.
Because there was
there's so much fucking like knickknacks and shit, dog. No shit. They don't care. You know what I mean? You can walk around for 4 hours and they don't give a flying fuck. They just want to make sure you're not stealing it.
I've never been accused of stealing more than at fucking Hobby Lobby.
That's so funny. This
Dark
guy,
shit.
but he also has been a
Banned
thief.
from all Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
It's the only
Nice.
place I've been caught stealing.
Yeah.
They
Are you
tried
still
to ban me.
Yeah.
I fucking left.
Oh, nice.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
I'm leaving. Like, fuck you
No,
guys.
they like
Don't touch
they
me.
like
Maybe 6
had,
years, they got
they
your
like
ID.
brought 2 guys like behind me and walked me to a room, locked it,
Mhm.
and like interrogated me. It was
Hell
like
no.
the Hobby Lobby employees were like
If
interrogating
2
me.
people are walking behind me, I'm running.
Yeah.
If I know I'm
Well, that's the
stealing-
thing. I like tried to
Anytime.
Yeah. You're like in New York.
No,
The fuck? People everywhere.
One thing about me, I'm paranoid.
No,
Yeah, I know.
it's good
I
to
know what you
be.
mean. I know.
Not a
good thing to
goddamn
be.
person is following me, but I'll follow other people.
Are you still tagging, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still outside of the law tagging, dude.
Yeah. It's whatever.
It's whatever.
You live a crazy life, dude.
That's
You know,
what's
you're
up.
out there. You're like a bandit. You know. What are you throwing? What are you throwing up these days?
It probably shouldn't say.
Yeah,
That's not-
Yeah, come on. Why don't you? There's something I wanted to fucking. Usually Reese does this pulling up shit. So
Dude, well, it's not gonna go in the
Oh,
video,
okay.
right?
yeah, but I wanted to show
Okay,
these
you
guys
just want
the
to
photo.
give it context.
The photo. Okay, I'll try to tell the story while I'm.
Do you want me to tell the story because you told it to me earlier? So you
Tell
can
them the
focus?
story, dude.
Okay, so there was like apparently there was a German artist, and there's all these like fossil fuel protests going on around the world. There was like a German artist who I guess Have you ever heard? Okay, let me also say, have you ever heard the like thing where you mix sand and super glue, or you can mix like I've heard like baking soda and super glue, I think, and it like is like cement, and you like have to use like an angle grinder to cut it.
Yeah.
So this guy used sand and super glue and glued his hand to the road.
Oh,
And so then the police show up, and the only way to get his hand off the road is they go get like a jackhammer, and then like have to jackhammer around his hand, and so he like left the scene with a chunk of fucking pavement glued to his hand.
Okay, so let me just
That's
okay.
it,
Police
bro.
are forced to dig up a road to remove Eco Zelot's hand after he stuck himself to tarmac. Okay, I don't know. Maybe
That's
this was
it.
at an airport.
No, it's just British version.
Using sand mixed with super glue during climate protest in Germany. Okay, now look at this motherfucker, dude. Look at this guy's hand. Can you see it?
Jesus fucking Christ.
They dug it up.
Dude, he's gonna have to like cut that shit off.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
having to
completely.
fucking
It's like he
cut his
dumped
hand
it
off.
on top of his hand. You know what I'm saying? It's like melded into the thing. And so when you add the sand or the aggregate into the super glue, I guess none of the standard solvents that they use for super glue will work. So that guy literally had to just like get up
There's
and be like,
no fucking way that did anything.
No one cares. Get out of my way. I'm trying to make money and pay my bills, motherfucker. It's cold.
Yeah.
You know, you're in England. They're already firing up their fossil fuels because they're so cold right now.
yeah. But you guys have heard about the people who have been gluing their hands to the art. and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
Which, you know, I don't give a fuck art, right? That's kind of where I come from. But, you know, so I kind of respect the fact that they're just going in there and like tossing tomato soup on the fucking
But that
art.
isn't-
It's like fucking punk rock, dude. You know, but dude, the guy with the fucking tarmac, I mean, he's like the Thing or something. I mean, he's just got this, I mean, you saw it. It looked like his hand was fucking melted into that shit.
Like he's gonna have to cut his hand off. He sacrificed his hand and nothing's gonna happen.
No.
He's kind of a goofball.
I think
He's kind of a goofball.
I think I
it's kind of a goober move.
Goober. I mean, you know, did you think about that one?
I don't think he did. He was really
No, he
like,
definitely
someone's
did.
gonna care about this.
Yeah. So,
Well, Dave, that's what they all think.
Well, here we are.
You know what I
We
mean?
care
That's
Yeah,
what
but past entertainment value, that did nothing. Like,
Yeah.
people who destroy the environment don't give a fuck about the people living in it. Why the fuck would that offend them?
Yeah.
Like, why would that stop them?
Yeah, true that.
I mean, you see a guy punch it in his diesel truck, you think he fucking cares that
Yeah,
you're
dude,
like
you-
choking in the
You
background?
laugh.
Yeah, they do it
They're
to
probably
you
like,
on
wow,
purpose.
they care so much. This is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fill up my truck and fucking
Yeah.
drive down to my buddy's house to show him this meme. Yeah, it's pretty brutal, but you know. But I mean, okay. I understand, right? But like, I'll just drive around you or whatever. But I understand the idea of like the stop. They're from like the Stop Oil Now people.
Yeah.
They're part of the same group, but this one was in Germany, right? And I mean,
Are they like?
stop it now.
No, I'm saying you said
it's in
these
the name.
people are in Germany. Are they like
it's just like
specifically located in one area?
Yeah, no, they're all part of the same. No, they're part of the same like crew that call themselves Stop Oil Now.
Okay.
And some of the people funding the Stop Oil Now project are actually like big oil names that like are fucking huge
Of course
in
they
business. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? And maybe you've just put the fucking final piece in the puzzle there, which is the fact that they're just doing this for comedic value for us to just blow off all these dumbass.
Yeah, because we don't look at
Youngsters.
these people and say, wow, maybe something is wrong here. We go, why the fuck did someone do that?
Right. Yeah, it's not
Like,
the
it
climate,
makes
it's
them
the
look
story.
more like a joke than it does for us to take them seriously.
Right. Yeah, true that. What do you think, Jason? Do you think we're choking on exhaust fumes?
I was gonna ask you about art. I didn't know it got to exhaust fumes at this point, but yeah, let's go there. I guess.
mean, yeah, the art thing doesn't like everything's like covered in plexi and like
Yeah.
these arts like aren't getting destroyed or anything. So
What if I had a
they're overvalued in a lot of these.
Yeah, 100%.
What is the historical value really of most of these?
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
Yeah.
But like,
But do you think it would actually gain in value? Because I think the art would then become the story of how it got destroyed. I would pay a lot of fucking money for that because I think, you know, things lost are sometimes more valuable than.
I agree that it counts in history for sure if it were to get damaged and then reappraised or whatever. But yeah, like I think it's obviously it's not really about destroying the art. It's kind of just about getting attention to raise awareness to like the message.
Which I feel like just defeats the purpose.
Yeah, it's kind of like Trump a lot of the time. He sits here and he'll like. It's okay. There's a South Park episode, right, where they go to the KKK. And they're like, "Have you guys noticed that like every time you support something, people hate it?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "So why don't you support the other things so people go for the things that we want to win?" And they're like, "Okay." So then the KKK goes like full Democrat, and then like, so. Point being is that like Trump will sit here and he's like, oh, I want America to whatever the fuck, and then he'll go support these motherfuckers to run for office, and then they lose, and he's like, oh, he literally, a direct quote is, if they lose, I don't think I should take the blame. If they win, I think I deserve all the credit. That is a quote unquote from Trump, and it's like, point being, it's just like, I don't know, it just kind of seems like in regards to like defeating yourself, it's just like, you should, if Trump really wanted to beat the Democrats or whatever the fuck he'd beat the deep state or whatever his goal is, he would join them so that we all hate them. You know what I mean? And he would fucking go at, that's my point.
Right, you'd go to the next batch and make that the bad apple, And so maybe they're just funding all of these crazy things to get us riled up about that instead of developing the technologies necessary to fuel the next generation of humanity. Which I do think is a serious problem, but it's like, go to fucking college to become a fucking crazy...
Throwing tomato sauce on some art really isn't doing it.
Wait.
Yo,
Hey, dude.
he brought the whole gizmo.
Oh, yeah, dude.
No, I got it together a little bit.
Boom, son.
Kind of fell apart a little bit.
Oh, dude, it's fine.
Is it about to explode, dude? Because...
We're talking about, tomato sauce being thrown on old paintings.
Oh, yeah, because that's fucking matters.
See,
That's basically what we're getting at.
That just ruins something for your point of view. Or
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
And like, honestly, I don't even know what the fuck their point was.
Yeah.
Because
Well, asking for an impossible feat or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's like, stop using oil.
Stop using
Well-
we're gonna throw tomato sauce on painting.
And on the impossible feat, that is a good point, because developing nations like India and China can't stop. You know what I mean? They leveled, China leveled 2,200 acres of forest to put in a solar farm that's not doing anything for them, and they basically, and then they sit there and they bitch about how they won't. The CCP won't say shit, but people will bitch about how dirty China is or whatever, and then they clear their forest, which is cleaning their fucking air. It's like, all right, guys. It's like, I'm not against renewable energy. I just think people need to understand that we're a distance from fully implementing it. You know,
and it's pretty dirty.
Especially when you talk about India.
Mm-hmm. But turning away from it and acting like those are the only technologies, and then halting humanity and being like, oh yeah, no, we're going with these technologies. It's like, we have to develop even further. But I think that the tomato on the painting thing is it shows even a deeper disrespect for true art. I think that art is kind of fucking dying. I mean,
Didn't they throw it on some Andy Warhol shit though?
No, it was Van Gogh. Didn't it Van Gogh?
Okay, never mind.
Whoa,
I didn't know.
Well, again, it comes down to historical value. You know what I mean? Van Gogh's 200 fucking years ago.
It's
they can
sad,
preserve
it's
anything
It's not
200
a
years
very good
ago.
story.
Yeah.
To have what ruined a Van Gogh painting? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
It did
or
Andy
even
Warhol.
just to deface it, you just
fucking
don't
weirdo.
give a fuck about it. I mean, Dation's in the art scene. When's the last time you've seen good?
Good art.
Good
Besides
art.
your art, because
And we're talking media
all the time, yeah. And what do you
all
mean?
the time. We see
Yeah, but
good art
yeah.
all the time.
well, okay, meaningful art.
Yeah, or music. I mean, really good.
all the time.
Good
Okay,
music.
and now
You guys
leads
just-
into
you guys just don't give a fuck about art. I think is the problem. You don't look into.
I guess you're. I guess
Well, that's why we brought a fucking artist.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know, we don't pay attention to this shit. We talk about politics all day long.
So you're saying, would you say art is it just continuously keeps cruising up? Holy shit!
Or
Art
do
just
you-
keeps getting
I
better.
think personally, I think it's going down a little, but that's just because of AI and shit.
I think
and
particularly music
Well,
is where
imagine
I'm
those
coming from.
marble
Music sucks
sculptures
these
from
days.
Roman days. We can't even remake that.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
Right.
fair.
Some of the marble carvings and stuff, not even with machine tools can you really perfect what they were doing back then.
Yeah, I mean, architecture is ass right now.
What the fuck with art? Hey, yeah, what the fuck with this trashy ass building style that we've just inherited, right? Which is wild. But I mean, what would you say the state of art is at this point? Do you listen to a lot of old music?
Old music?
Yeah.
Like how old?
I mean,
How old do you listen to? Let's
Probably up until like the 60s. Like,
okay,
but
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, that's probably
Okay,
the
so-
maybe the 50s, but like.
Okay, 50s, okay,
Yeah.
maybe 30s even? 20s,
like
30s?
Smoking
I
the
mean-
Robinsons, because that's like 40s. You ever heard
I guess, yeah, I could, but I don't. Not
And would you say the quality of sound? It's like, no, dude, good music is good music and it's always being made.
Yeah, even if it was grainy, it still had, whatever it had,
I think that there's a lot more diverse things to do, and there's a lot more opportunities for diverse sound. Yeah.
So let me ask
Really?
you this.
Because I've heard that people these days use far less instruments and there's less experimentation. Well, I guess because everything's digital now, right? So I
Yeah.
guess sound.
I mean, but not if you go to some like. There's plenty of acoustic bands and instrumental
Yeah,
bands out there.
Right.
And
Like
especially
drum, bass,
ones that
guitar.
like,
They may not be popular, but like, there's plenty of people that are making great music.
Mhm, mhm.
yeah. Also though, like, you can use technology to make great things still.
Mhm, mhm.
Like, technology doesn't have to devalue what you're making as long as you like are utilizing it correctly. Cause like you can use technology to make something good better. But if you're trying to just make something good with no fucking skill, obviously it's gonna be fucking ass.
Right, right.
But
Well, I guess the real question is why isn't this good niche music that is actually fucking good? Like, you know that you can tell the skill behind it, right? That's what turns me on about music is I can hear the intellect of the person behind the music, and why is that not popular? Why can't I turn on the fucking radio? I mean, do you think it's always been this way? I think it's always been trash music.
Radio's not designed to be intellectual. Like, it's designed to be popular
and
It's popular
entertaining.
music, like it's.
I don't think something
It's
has
not,
to take
like,
skill
if you,
to be good.
If you,
though.
you can, there's no matter what genre you look into, there's plenty of artists that are doing it intellectually,
Mhm.
and it's really up to like your like opinion on what music is good to you. But
Mhm.
there's in every genre there's good artists. So.
Well, what do you think? Who's the most popular person that you're like? Okay, that's a pretty good artist there.
In what scope of popularity? Like
I'm talking like
worldwide, American.
Yeah, like American. Yeah, because worldwide could be a lot of different things, right?
I mean, maybe like Chance the Rapper has kind of recently become pretty
Okay,
popular.
yeah. Okay.
I would say like what I would describe as like super fame or superstar in a way. Like
Tyler the
Right.
Creator too.
Tyler the Creator, in some aspects, but
That's the guy that I showed you that was beginning. He was like, "What do you think about Pence?" And he was like, "I fucking hate it." There's nothing you like about it.
Yeah, no, he's made some pretty, like, once again, good sound.
Yeah.
Like that I hear and I'm like, okay, this dude, I can tell this dude's on some shit. Also that dude that he hangs with, Earl Sweatshirt, Earl, what the fuck is his name?
Earl Sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Earl Sweatshirt, son.
Yeah, no, he's
Sweatshirt
fucking
Earl.
bad, dude. He's bad as fuck. And I guess he just came back from a long period there. And but yeah, there are those kids, and I guess they're there, right? And I guess what you're saying is, yeah, a lot of these good dudes are on the come up. I guess they're in the projection to be famous. I suppose. Come on in.
I don't
Taylor.
think technical
he doesn't like to be
skills
close.
equal to creativity though. Because you
Hip
can
to
have a
hip.
lot of technical skill and not
So
be
I'm just gonna give
creative
you all
or be
this,
very
like-
creative with no technical
Dude, you don't
skill.
have to.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
basically
God.
me. I'm pretty creative with no technical
Yeah,
skill.
my
Yes,
mom was like
that's
halfway
basically
down the
my
road, so I was able to just drop Jasper off and kind of like.
Nice.
So I,
Well, that's
I,
legit.
tucking roll.
I would have brought more for you.
Oh, dude, I just need a little bit. I was just asking for like, a little bit to get me through a few days. I appreciate the.
So Taylor, do you know Ezra?
I don't think so. Maybe I don't know if I met before, but Taylor.
Nice to meet you. I think I've seen you. I mean, I've at least seen your kid.
Yeah.
Because I worked at the boarding house for a while.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's probably where I recognize you
Yeah.
from. Then, yeah.
So you brought some subjects, Jason?
No?
Yeah, I heard you brought.
All right, wait, hold on. But no, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, during the pandemic, it seemed like there was like did it to me, and that's why I want to ask you, was it truly like an uptick in it seemed like there was an uptick in like people going to like local art shows. Did that seem to be the case? Like not during the pandemic, but during kind of like the more George Floyd, kind of like that end of the pandemic.
Summer?
Yeah. Summer of Love.
No.
No? Okay.
There might have been, but it was pretty, like, everything was pretty locked down. Like, there wasn't a whole lot going on.
Well, I mean, in regards to the art shows that did happen, did it seem like there were more people?
More people as compared to what?
Attendance. People showing up to see the art.
No, it was
No?
empty, dude. Dude, I went to fucking...
They were like shutting shit down.
No, I understand that. I'm
Even
talking about when
small
art shows started to open back up.
Oh, like 21.
Whatever. Yeah, that was still part of the pandemic, according to the fucking officials.
But you said during George Floyd protests.
Yeah, that was
leading
like the very
and on. No, I
Okay.
understand that.
Yeah.
And on.
Okay.
Because I know there was like a
I mean,
massive.
no, like, definitely in 21, I would say, like, probably, April or something is when stuff started to kind of really
April of 21.
start to be at normal capacity. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And then it didn't seem like once things got back to a normal capacity, it didn't seem like things were starting to like uptick in like.
I mean, there were definitely
It's like people trying to get out of their fucking house or whatever.
Yeah, like there was a period, Albuquerque has like the art walk, and it's like the first Friday of every month, and a bunch of vendors just set up like all on the sidewalks of downtown.
Okay.
And there was definitely like hundreds of, maybe even thousands of people that were just like, walking around downtown, and so there was definitely like a noticeable, but it's also like a new event, so it's hard to compare. Like,
okay, for sure. Yeah.
And so, as far as like most of your buddies are like even like your artists, dudes in the scene, right? Whatever, DJs, fucking blah 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 blah, dudes in the scene. What was when you were reading the wind as far as like the COVID thing? Because I mean, I don't know where you stood on the whole thing, but like the whole time we were just like, fuck this bullshit, and the government's out to kill us, and all fucking Alex Jones'd out. What was your take on like the community that you, like your buddies and like that whole scene? Like, was there a lot of people like, no man, like?
Well, I know. Yeah,
way.
I know one thing. When he just real quick, when he lived here, I do know that because I was freaked the fuck out at first. And he went to like a music festival, and I remember texting you all, yo, what the fuck? What are you doing seeing all these fucking people? But yeah, anyway, sorry.
Well, I didn't go to a music festival. I went camping. Like,
Okay.
it was like a group of like 20 people, but like it was it was chilling. Like that was like that was like within weeks of like the big announcement that everybody had like locked down and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, last chance to get out of the house.
yeah. We're not sick. Let's go.
I was just not worried, and I really wasn't worried the entire time. Like I was more worried of like the crazy shit that the government like. If like shit were to fall like governmentally, like
martial law kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I was more worried about that kind of stuff, like or economic kind of stuff, but I wasn't really worried about.
Because you're living in the heart of the city, right?
Yeah. I was living in the city, and I did go to a festival like literally like weeks before, like a big festival weeks before they officially announced it. So like,
right. So it's kind of
it was already out there, And
yeah.
I went to another one just like a year, like 2021. I went to several, like it was just fine, like I got sick once, and it was honestly like I was gonna get it sick anyways. I was like I was out in like the middle of the desert, and like it was like crazy, just like wind, and like it was like super cold at night, just like and it like I was gonna get sick no matter what, and I happened to be around people that probably had it, So,
It was really funny. I think like everyone in Madrid in February, a few people got sick or whatever, and everybody was over it. And then it was like, oh, COVID, all crazy and everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we all had this shit like a month ago.
No, it was weird because I got really sick in November, and they're all saying like, cause now we can say it without worrying about it. It came out of a fucking lab, right? In like the late fall, and now that's becoming shed to light or whatever. But anyways, I was working on a movie, and we had a bunch of people going to Asia and Europe and shit. And so the whole, dude, no shit. I've told my lady this story a million times, bro. Every day, we'd hear the next office coughing. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then the next day, the next closest office is coughing. And then finally, my buddy Terrence and this girl Victoria, who were PAs at the time, maybe it was DeAndre and Victoria, but they were the only ones who didn't get sick in like the whole production. And then in January, my dad got really sick, and he lost his taste for a little while. And then, you know, March comes around, they're like, oh, COVID, COVID, COVID. And it's like, shit, dude, I definitely fucking, I'm pretty sure because, dude, that was the deal, is on our last day of filming, Paul Greengrass, I was working on a movie called News of the World. Paul Greengrass was the director. He went, and I don't know if I should necessarily say this, but like what we will say is that like we were told that he went septic and that his system had gone septic. And that like whether his like gallbladder had ruptured or his whatever had ruptured, I didn't really know. But we knew he was in the hospital and we had to shut down the last day of filming and it got pushed to the next Saturday. And this was like on Tuesday or something, or the upcoming Saturday. So anyways, fucking what ended up actually happening is he just got like a really severe flu. And they told us that they thought he had gone septic or something or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that he got it. Because that was right when we all started to get it. So I'm pretty sure that was, because he was the one going back and forth from Asia. I didn't say that. He was the one going back and forth from like China, Japan, fucking India. He was going to Europe, like all over the place. And so anyways, yeah, no, that was definitely interesting. It seemed like it made its rounds a little bit before they even fucking noticed.
Yeah.
And I remember I was signing up at the end of February of 2020. I was signing up for the movie union, because I'd been in the movies or whatever, but I hadn't been in the union. And the girls at the office were just sitting there like, oh yeah, make sure you don't order anything from China right now. You know, shit's going crazy over there. And I was like, oh shit, like maybe I should pay more attention to this. And 2 weeks later, fucking, we must lock the country down. We're the greatest country. We're gonna lock down 2 weeks. That's all it'll be. Don't worry about it.
But I mean, do you guys know a lot of people that were like fucking scared shitless and like bought into this?
Bro, yes, I was in the midst of fucking getting toilet paper when this was announced. Like, I was out shopping when this was announced because we were out of toilet. You know what was going on? Like, we weren't informed yet, but it was like the same day that it was like announced.
Mhm.
And it was a fucking shitstorm everywhere. Everywhere. And I worked at Walmart during the whole pandemic.
Oh, fuck.
God
I
damn.
had to pass out toilet paper to people.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Right. Oh,
So like,
no.
I remember getting
Everyone
denied
was
2 things of
around.
paper towels. We went and I just
Oh,
like
dude.
didn't know, and I just like threw things of two things of paper towels in our cart, and they're like, "Sorry, you can't buy." I was like,
Yeah,
this
it
is
was
communism.
bad.
You know that, right? This is called a bread line. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm allowed to buy what I want. Like,
There was people like beating the shit out of my manager over.
Well, here's the thing: is I think that the toilet paper thing was an exercise, right? Because Jeff Bezos, who conveniently owns the Washington Post, right? You know,
which I just found out
Incidentally.
about. How new is that?
not very, but just recently, like 2 years
I
or
just
something.
found out about it.
But either way, I think that was their run on like, oh, hey everybody, you know, during the pandemic you're gonna want to wipe your ass, you know, because everything's gonna get off of the shelf. And so I think that was their exercise in control to see how they could actually control the markets and just get everyone to just go fucking buy it if you need it or not, you know. And then at which point they can monitor, you know, because it is something you need, but you don't need like massive bulks of it, but you need it consistently. So it's a great like unit of measure if you were to collect data off of like your
Like they're buying it in way more than they would.
yeah,
kind
just because of the
Okay,
media, right? So they're kind of flexing to see like, okay, what if we said that there was a run on chicken eggs, or what if we said that there was a run on fucking gasoline, right? You know, or whatever, like a really run on electricity and just falsify it, right? The whole thing. Basically.
Imagine that there's dude, we're running out of electricity. Everyone just starts turning on their lights. I want to use the power before they do. They're like cranking their heaters up to high.
I mean, you might
fuck them.
You might have a situation where, like, there for a second, I had to build my solar bank there for a second, and they were talking about like scarcity of fuel and shutting. You know, Joe Biden had just taken office. They were shutting down a bunch of fucking coal mining operations and yada yada. So the deal was that I couldn't find any solar equipment for like a while. You know, so it took some like scrounging together used equipment and shit like that. You know, at the time. But you know, you make it work. I mean, this is still the land of milk and honey. You know, but yeah, that definitely like fucking flipped everyone's script. And then that's also set the tone for like every man for himself. You know, it's like fucking once again, like you see how riled up you guys got about these motherfuckers buying toilet paper. Like it's so easy because it's like it's wrong. It's like this is bullshit. But once again, I think it's a manipulation game to set the precedent of like, What do you mean you're not gonna share your can of beans, motherfucker? You know, like.
Yeah, and I think that regardless of whether it was on purpose or not, people are studying those statistics now.
Oh, 100%.
And using it to their advantage.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like the Purell thing, right? There was all these people like buying Purell, like on super cheap at Walgreens. They'd go invest. They'd have like $2,000 in their savings. They'd go buy all the Purell for like $5 a bottle, little bottles.
Yeah.
They'd sell them on Amazon for like $20 a piece.
What's up with Pat, dude?
And you know, and just in regards to like measurable data, it just shows you like what people are willing to spend in times of crisis or whatever, just to make sure that they're set. You know, like I mean, yeah, it's weird. I mean, they sold me for a good 8 weeks. I mean, really until because we didn't talk to anybody for like 6 weeks. We were just like holed up in here. I was watching the news. I was just like eating it up. And then we started hanging out, and then we started hanging out with Matt, and then we just started like doing stuff, and I was like, I'm fucking retarded. Like, I can't believe I thought I was gonna, you know, and I did have asthma when I was a kid, and that's where I was kind of sold, is I was like, oh fuck, well, like, I am kind of like, you know, they'd sell you at the at-risk shit,
Yeah.
you know, and I was like, oh fuck.
Like, you have respiratory illness when you get a cold.
Yeah.
It's like when I was a kid every time.
Do you guys have anyone? You guys have anyone that you know that died of COVID?
No.
I mean, I definitely have friends. Yeah, or no, I guess.
Steve, you know
Yeah.
my fucking
Yeah,
mom's.
that's what I was gonna say. Just like Steve.
They
He
fucking
had a heart
died.
attack, dude. He died of a heart attack,
Yeah.
and they put on his death certificate that he died of COVID.
Well, it was like
really? Okay.
pay.
That's crazy.
They paid the hospitals
Yeah.
$27,000 every time someone
Yep.
dies of COVID.
Yeah, so obviously every
That's
death.
wild that
That's
happened.
Dude, my buddy died in a car. Well, I shouldn't say buddy. He was an acquaintance in middle school. I hadn't spoken to him in probably fucking 12, 13 years. He died in a car accident. They said he died of COVID.
Yeah, I definitely like heard of that, but I've also like had friends who like
Yeah,
who's,
legit
like
died.
uncles and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know, like were sick and tested positive for COVID.
Yeah. You know, my dad's cousin. That's the only person that I really know directly who like did die of COVID. She was older.
Well, that's the thing, is a lot of things like slipped under the radar because during that time they weren't like showing up to regular hospital visits to get screenings and like physicals every month or whatever like these old folks should be doing. And you know, then they show up on their deathbed and like, oh, I can't, oh, he's testing positive, and then like that's the end of the test, homie. Like, you're fucking, because if you can treat them and incubate them with an intubator, right? Then you're talking like $50,000 that they're getting, not just the 27 for them dying of COVID. There's treating of COVID and then there's dying of COVID, and it's two different payments, and so they're really stacking it up.
And then there's that thing with, they offered my mom a bunch of money because he died of COVID. And it was kind of because he died of COVID, right? Quote unquote. And it was almost like hush money. Like, we were talking to her because she lived here for a while after he died. She lived here for like 7 months. And we were talking to her and she was like, no, they're literally trying to like not get me to talk about it. Like, FEMA was trying to pay her a fucking, you know,
Yeah, I think
$5,000, $6,000, something
for
like
the
that.
funeral.
For the funeral, for covering the funeral. When his family had already said that they were going to cover, there was a whole thing with insurance and shit. They're like, we're going to cover it or whatever. And FEMA was like, no, like, we'll cover it.
Yeah, no, I've heard of both cases. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, it's a real thing, and it's also not a real thing, and that's what definitely is like one of the more skeptical things to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, is it the insurance companies that are paying that money to the hospital, or is it like
No, it's
people?
like a federal
It's a
bodies, state bodies, federal bodies, you know, and it's like, that's what.
Probably coming from Pfizer, in all reality.
But I mean, who's paying those hospital bills? Is what I'm saying. The 27,000 or whatever to be on the incubator.
Yeah,
That's what we're saying, is it's like the federal government.
who's paying? Yeah, it's the feds.
It's
yeah,
the
so
feds.
it's the
So the
stimulus.
feds are paying the hospitals.
$27,000 every COVID
Yes,
death.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, but like, where's the incentive in that?
Well,
What's their incentive?
I
They
mean,
want the
that's-
numbers. They want to make up.
Well, yeah, they want to, and then it can, well, that's the deal, is the, right now, the
Because there's
idea
a
would be,
shortage- There's
the
a
idea,
shortage,
go
there's a
ahead.
shortage of nursing.
Yeah.
There was an overflow, they claim, in the ICUs, right? There was, you know, it's a real pandemic, you're gonna die, you know, definitely gonna die. The vaccines weren't there yet, all these things, you know, so it's like, they,
changed the definition of a vaccine to include their RNA thing.
yeah, and
The vaccine
also,
used to be dead cells of a virus, and
That
then your
cause
body
an
would
immunity.
take those dead cells and learn how to break them down, and therefore gain the immunity. but that's not the definition of a virus.
Yeah, they changed the
But generally, like, most corporate profits went up during that time.
Right.
But
Because-
okay, how many? Okay, here. Let me.
It was all the stay-at-home stuff. It was like
Yeah.
the Uber driver
And then
stuff. It was
grocery
anything-
stores too.
Well, the
Hold on,
incentive,
real
the
quick.
incentive to pay these hospitals is, once again, hush money again, because once again, they're marking everything, COVID death, COVID this, COVID that, we're not gonna check anything else. Intubate this guy with a ventilator. you
And the
know.
deal is we've all said fuck big pharma since we were kids. Pandemic happens, all of a sudden Pfizer is our best friend. And the hospitals are getting paid by, the federal government is sponsored. I mean, you can look at like Fox News, okay? When they go, Pfizer, do, Pfizer, this, da. You know, those are like $20 million slots. Where the fuck did these come? They didn't do this before the pandemic. That means they made a shit ton of money during the pandemic. And then they're like, oh, well, the shots are free. Well, if I'm not paying for them, and they're making money, somebody's paying
The
for it.
government
And that's your
pays for all the
tax
costs.
money. So the taxes are
Yeah,
going
well,
in.
that's a part of the contract that they blacked out and tried to show
So-
a bunch of blacked out photos at the fucking E EU.
So without going in too deep into it or whatever, it's basically we are paying for these COVID deaths through our tax money because the federal government wants to hush people and they want to be able to jack the numbers up, is the theory. Now, I'm not, this is
No, it's
alleged.
true. Because they, the debt they incur, they're putting it on our whatever national debt is we all owe, or technically the world.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
technically, it's an opinion.
Yeah, we have to say it's alleged, okay, guys?
Now,
Allegedly,
did you guys get vaccinated? You guys got vaccinated?
I
No,
did. I
you
got my
did.
first vaccination. Yeah. I
You
was
did?
like, I'm going to shit.
So you got the
I
first.
was like, I'm going to concerts. I didn't care about
Okay.
getting vaccines. Like, if I have to be,
What did you get?
I got Pfizer.
You got 5, and you just got the first one. You didn't get the second one.
No, I got the first shot, didn't get the boosters, and then they came out with the second shot, I believe.
Okay,
I'm
and you
not
just
really
got
sure
one.
about
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they say
So-
now you need like 9 or something like that or something.
No, it's you're on your 4th shot now. My buddy just got his 4th
So
shot.
there's way, it's
well, there's
only
the
4.
shot, then the boosters, and then.
That's what I mean, it's including the
It's a-
boosters,
it's
that's
like
like
the
9.
booster.
So it's 1, 2, which is the first one, and then a booster. They're on their fourth shot.
Yeah.
Second booster.
I don't know about that one, dude. I'm pretty sure it's 6.
6.
No, it's
God
not there yet.
damn.
No, it's not there yet.
Are you sure?
Maybe in
dude?
Israel.
Well, if you
Maybe in
the other
Israel,
types-
definitely,
well,
yeah,
there's
no,
the
for
other-
sure.
The other companies too, like there's the Moderna one.
Well,
Yeah.
dude, it seems like it's like come back here recently. Actually, Fauci keeps fucking running his fucking mouth, and like people
Yeah.
are trying to talk people into putting masks on. There's like a triple threat going on: COVID, or
I've seen more and more people throughout it. It's like elderly people mostly, but it's also because it's wintertime. So
Yeah, I think
they're
that the
just being
wintertime really
respectful
kicks in.
after
Yeah.
all this has happened.
get fucking sick.
And it's
But-
weird because I remember seeing pictures just real quick. I know I've been talking for a second, but just real quick. I remember seeing pictures like China and Japan years ago.
Just
People were being wearing doctor's masks. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Imagine living in that world.
Yeah, do
I
you
always thought it
guys
was too
think?
polluted, and that's why.
Yeah.
Not just
Well, but-
germs.
but
I
you
thought
said-
it was
I
like
mean,
there
it's
used
a
to be
mixture.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in China. It's because it's polluted, but like they do it in Japan too.
Well,
because-
now, dude, that leads.
That's Japan culture, though.
Yeah,
They're
for
very
sure.
cleanliness.
No, yeah, Japan. It makes sense with the cleanliness. Okay, now we're leading into the fucking Chinese.
And we saw it pretty bad in our own rights, right? I think each one of us like saw some shit that was just like, this ain't right? No matter what degree we all believe things, right? Do you think that it could get as bad as we see it in China right now?
Wait, hold on. Have you guys seen how bad it is in China right now?
No.
They're
Oh
welding
my God.
people's doors shut.
Again,
Like literally, they're going to your house and welding a bar across your door so you can't
People-
open your door.
people are getting
Um,
tattooed.
They're getting QR codes tattooed, and if your I don't know, they keep saying if your QR code comes back red, there's green and red. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm
It means
assuming
either you can't
social
keep it or
credit
you
score is
can't.
what I'm assuming is what it is.
Yeah, it's all part of the social credit score. But if it's like there's like an app that they all go off of, and like if this app turns red, like you are fucking.
They strip you of
And
your money.
it makes an alarm so that the fucking police around you, like fucking everybody around you, is like, what the fuck? And that like, if you're fraternizing with this person, like you will get a red mark.
There's
Like,
no way that has anything to do with.
Well, no, check this out. No, this is the crazy part. No, so they have this app, and then let's say I'm a radical, right? Because in the government's eyes right now, because I believe in parental rights, they want the FBI to come after me and Cody, right? So let's say we're radicals. They see you guys are on this podcast with us. They're like, oh, now you guys are radicals. And then they mark your social credit score as fucking red or whatever, right? So you'll scan, no shit, I'll show you videos, dude. They'll be driving through traffic and there's like a drone holding up a QR code and you have to scan the QR code, and then if your shit comes back red, you have to pull over and the authorities will come escort you to a quarantine camp. And then you go into a box, and I'll show you videos of how they feed these people. They just toss food at them, dude. An egg in a shell. Here you go. I'm pretty sure it's a hard-boiled egg because it doesn't crack open, and they just toss it at him. But dude,
this is where they're scanning their.
They have their fucking. They'll just knock on your door, ding, 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 and you like have to stick your hand out like a Jew in the Holocaust, bro. And they scan your fucking hand. Oh yeah, you know what? I don't know what data they're collecting. But these are quarantine camps that they're actually pulling people over on the side of the road. No, you're going to fucking jail, buddy. Now you get to live in a box all by yourself.
And it gets worse. You're not legally allowed to protest in this country. You get boxed up, right? So do you think it could get this bad?
Fuck you. No.
Do you think?
No, dude, we have guns. Are you kidding me?
That's true. That's
they
true.
can't even take our guns away, like.
So you don't think that there's enough people that would go along with this? Because I mean,
Fuck
there's
no.
a lot of people.
Fuck no.
Really?
Because
all the
like
old people.
left and right would be against that shit.
No, and that's good to know because, you know, we don't get exposure to the other side, you know. We just fucking expect everybody else to be like pussies.
Yeah, because there is a large, from my standpoint, particularly in this state, right?
Yeah.
If I was in a different state, probably different. But from my stance, I see a vast majority of people that were willing to just do whatever the fuck.
And I do think that
I think, well, I think the thing that isn't being mentioned is that the fact that they're marking these people who they feel are threats and they are individually taking them out, you know, so that it leaves like a population that's already willing. So they're taking out like
the outliers,
the revolters, like the people that they would cause problems.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if they were to do that here, like we wouldn't probably know about it.
Right. It wouldn't matter how many of us there were. Like, it wouldn't matter because you just single them out and you take them at 3 a.m. at their own individual home.
And I mean, that's kind of what they already do. We have the biggest prison population in all of the world. You know, like.
Well, that's not so much having to do, and I'm not disagreeing with you. Let me just clarify real quick. I'm not sitting here defending our prison system by any means, because I hate the privatization of our prison system, but I will say that they're not imprisoning people for the most part for just disagreeing with what you say or what they say, right?
But they're targeting communities that would.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's not good, right? We can agree that like the FBI saying that parents not having rights or the right to say what their kid learns in school, you know, you should go to federal prison for saying that, oh, my kid shouldn't learn X, Y, and Z in school, that's bad, right? To sit here and say that, oh, that group of people is bad, right? Is what I'm getting at. No, I'm getting at the fact that we agree.
Yeah.
Would you guys ever consider raising kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you...
I'm on the fence. Like I don't really feel too inclined.
No. You
Like,
gotta.
I feel like if it's
How old
something
are you
that
now?
if I were to be passionate about, I would do. But because I don't feel passionate about it, I don't want to go forward until I might feel passionate.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to just have like a kid, and then
Just some kid.
Yeah, just some kid. You know.
Some kid.
I want to be like.
It was so funny because I literally, dude, like
I feel it.
because from when we lived together to the point where I want like 8 kids. Literally, like,
God damn.
yeah, I want 8 kids now. Me and my lady have talked about it because she obviously is the one who has to deal with the hard end of all of that. And she said she can handle 5, and I'm like, I'm happy with adopting 3 from Africa.
Just some kid.
Yeah, just some kids. Fuck you.
You better hope there's
8 some kids, okay?
Is your lady working?
It's all closed. Yeah, she runs like her own shop, and she does like
Very cool.
hypnotherapy.
Very cool.
And she also works at like this like crystal shop too. In Old
Yeah,
Town.
I really want to bring her on one day and talk to her about in like a, you know, and I don't mean this in a judgmental manner by any means, but talk to her about is she still involved in that group where homeboy like harnesses an alien or whatever the fuck? Or he like speaks as an alien or whatever the fuck?
Oh, she was never part of like a group that does that.
Or I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I just remember that she was like part of. I don't know.
This is about to get good.
I mean,
Tell me
she's
this
been
shit.
to like is, like, I think you're referring to maybe Bashar.
Yes.
And he does, like, talks, and he, like, channels an alien and does,
Yes.
Okay.
he answers people's questions, basically.
Is he from the fucking Galactic Confederation? This
Yeah, I think Bashar is.
That's why I wanted to bring Captain
I
on.
knew it, dude.
But she was busy, right?
Yeah.
She was busy this weekend or something?
Yeah, she had an event today that she was working.
We'll bring her on another time.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So okay, yeah. You want to be a parent, dude. How many kids did you say? A couple dozen.
Fucking, I don't know, like 1 or 2 maybe.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Okay. Well, then, in which case, and to stop me if I'm getting fucking stupid. Well, please explain to me, because you are he.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I knew you for, I never knew you, right? But I've known you for quite a while, and I never even thought twice about it, right? It's alien to me, right, what the situation will be. So maybe, I don't know, could you say something about that? I don't even know what the question is that I'm asking.
Well, it's kind of hard to answer your question. You don't know what you're asking.
Yeah.
I need more.
Well, what is the scenario where you have children in a family?
Okay. I feel like you're so scared that you're gonna offend me.
Well, I don't really know what the
that you were having trouble.
Yeah.
But okay, so basically, I never wanted to have biological kids. Ever since I was a very small child, I never ever wanted biological kids. That's never been a thing to me, and even if I did want to, I couldn't have, because I have health problems, like, aside from being a tranny, that, like, I couldn't have had kids regardless, but I could still, at this point in time, like, freeze my eggs to, like, have biological kids if I really wanted, but I don't want, I never did. I don't think, like, that a kid has to be
Right.
biologically connected, especially
No, yeah,
I have
definitely.
a fucked ass, like, health history,
Right.
mental
So
health
why?
history.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not trying to, like,
Subject.
bring more shit into the world when I could just go get an already fucked up kid instead of making another fucked up kid.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, save
so-
somebody else, and that's really interesting. And so you're attracted to women?
I'm attracted to both of them. I'm discriminating.
So
I don't discriminate.
Because here's the thing, is like I'm always, I always joke with my wife. Of course, it's joking, right?
Yeah.
About my second wife, right?
Yeah.
Which
Oh
would
yeah,
just
your
be-
side bitch.
Well, second wife
Is what I said. I say side
We're
bitch.
religious, okay? So we say
I'm
second
religious
wife.
too, motherfucker. I
Right.
just say side bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fucking sweet, dude. So, like, you go to a fucking state, or you're Mormon, you have 2 wives, sweet, dude. But, then you could literally have fucking, you could be pimping fucking both the genders, dude, and getting both ears. That's pretty.
Getting both of
Yeah,
yours.
that's pretty nice.
Hey man, I'm not
jealous.
saying
I'm
it's a
jealous,
bad
fuck.
deal.
Yeah, dude. Hey, it's a great deal. Well, thank you for enlightening me.
This is also, I think, a great point to point out right now is that, like, I'm, pretty damn conservative, but I'm also, when I lived with this guy, which was fucking 3 years ago. I mean, it's not long ago. 2019, just bleeding into 2020, I was super
I'm gonna
leftist.
drink a wall.
And I just, throughout the pandemic, my dad would sit here and say that it's because I've been locked in my house for 3 years, is what my dad would say. But I have just gone farther right with my views or whatever, but at the same time, I also don't give there's a guy, you guys probably know him, Duncan Trussell, he's a comedian, talks to Joe Rogan a lot of time. I'll listen to that guy, I fucking disagree with everything he says. I love... No, I love his comedy, I love the shit that he says. I disagree with it. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I love the fact that brain exists. And there was someone, and this is gonna sound random as fuck, but they were sitting there talking one time, and he's like, man, imagine watching a fish steal food from another fish. You would just be like, oh, there's a fish eating. He's like, if you watched a fucking human steal food from another human, you would be like, what the fuck? And I was like, dude, my brain does not operate like that. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but I literally looked at my lady, and this is exactly what I said. I disagree with everything this motherfucker says, but I'm so glad that his brain I truly believe that there has to be a balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there has to be the
that's
people who
true.
say fuck you, and there has to be the other side that says fuck you.
Speaking of which, you guys listen to like Alan Watts and fucking like Terrence McKenna or like fucking any of these cats? Who do you guys pick up most of your content from? As far as like if you were to listen to someone speaking or something.
Oh, actually, it's funny because I mostly listen to Duncan Trussell, like his podcast.
That's
He has a
scripted.
podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so what have you?
I've only listened to him on like Joe Rogan and like some of his comedy.
I think that is probably a skewed representation of.
No, that's and I totally yeah. No,
I would
that's
definitely like if you haven't seen like the Midnight Gospel already. That's a good way to be
It's
introduced to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, his podcast is the Midnight Gospel is based off his podcast, and that's been going for a decade or plus. I don't know.
Okay.
But, like,
so like as long as the Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah.
Because I don't really listen to that much, but like I'll listen to certain topics.
and it's a mix, but honestly, it's more like about spirituality and stuff.
What kind of music do you listen to, by the way?
I guess like maybe Smino, like a lot of rap, a lot of like
Smino.
Smino is like
I've never heard of him.
He's a rapper.
Okay.
He's a rapper.
Or like lyrics of a particular song that influenced you, like that you're like, that is the dopest piece of literature or a piece of, like someone talking, like if somebody was to talk at you for some
I don't know.
amount.
System of a Down's got some
Dude.
shit.
Who's that?
System of a Down.
I fucking love System of a Down.
Oh, System. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
they've got, and
Okay.
a lot of their shit's political.
Yeah.
A lot of their shit is political.
Right.
Like
No, I
these
love
days or their old shit?
Both.
Yeah.
They dropped, they haven't dropped an album since 2005, but in 2021 or 2020, they dropped a couple singles,
Really?
like an A-side, B-side
No way.
situation, and they're both super political. They're both
That's,
about, like, indigenous people. And
Yeah, we fucking. I think you were there, right? We went to see System of a Down in concert.
No, I didn't make it to that one. I was fucking genuinely upset.
You were there?
I don't know. Maybe.
System of a Down. Dude? I'm
You
pretty
don't fucking
sure,
know?
Yeah.
What like you're?
It was like the only concert I ever went to, dude. And it
What?
was so
I went to, like,
fucking
a-
good.
Wait, hold on. Was this?
I tried
it was
so hard
Mayhem
to get
Fest.
my grandma tickets to System of a Down. She fucking loves System of a Down.
Yeah.
We tried so hard to win radio tickets.
Yeah. It was like their
It's
last
like-
tour that I ever heard of,
Well, they're on a music festival lineup right now.
Nice.
I'm thinking about going, but
Dude, do
it's
it.
like
The
expensive.
Surge is the shit, bro. Like, there's no
Yeah.
dude, live. It was incredibly exactly like the fucking. Like, dude, you wouldn't believe, dude. You wouldn't believe.
You're making me feel like I really, really need to see
Oh.
them. They're like one of my favorite bands
Oh,
ever.
dude.
So.
And the mosh pits were like, dude, the mosh pits would stop because people would just be like staring at this guy, like, what the fuck, dude? I can't believe you're doing this live. No, it was incredible. It was so
Damn.
incredible. No, they're fucking musicians, man. So, you have to drive all the way back to Albuquerque?
Mm-hmm.
Well, before you do, let me tell you a story about the people who've been hitting cows recently.
Oh fuck.
I know. I forget. You know what? I didn't even think about it. I was spitting it out that you had just recently hit a cow. What were you driving, by the way?
Yeah, I was driving.
What were you driving?
I was driving the Mercedes. I don't know if you ever saw it.
No, I don't think I did.
It was like a 90s 190E, so it's like a tank.
Yeah.
Like I was fine, but that cow shit all over my car. Totaled my car. I had to literally like run from the cops. It was a situation. And I still haven't gotten any steak.
Didn't get a single steak out.
Yeah, I have to talk to whoever has the cow right now.
Yeah, because they're like pitch black, right? Black.
Yeah, they're fucking black. I'm pretty sure I was lighting a cigarette when I hit it, because I didn't even fucking see it, like,
Yeah.
at all. And it was right after the S-curves. Like, you can still see the marks. It's, like, right at the bottom of this road.
Damn. Yeah, so she's not the only one either. This is like the third cow. She was like the second one. This is like the third cow in a row. Total vehicles.
Who
It's
else?
probably more than that.
So just like on the S curves, that one was, yeah.
A lot
Oh
of
my.
cows.
Every
Like,
single time I talk to someone about it, someone
3 months,
Where they
dude.
come from?
Like
I mean, I
multiple
saw
cows.
someone
Did you
on the side of the
record
road,
what you just said?
But not on
Mhm.
mine.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. How was it though? Did you see the cat? Like how close was it to you?
Cause wait, hold on. There's people pulled over, right?
Yeah, okay, so there's people pulled over.
And then they shot the cow.
Okay, yeah, so...
So please tell the
okay,
story.
First of all, I'm like lighting a cigarette, whatever. Bam! I'm fucking hitting a cow. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like on the way home from work.
Do your
it's
airbags
not-
deploy?
No, but that's just because the car is really old. But it like fucking smashed in the front end. Like, the fucking radiator was like crushed against the engine. There was oil spilling everywhere. The windshield was shattered. There was shit and blood all over the car.
Yeah,
The cow was like 10 feet away. It like rolled over.
Oh no.
I'm like, fuck, is the cow okay? That was like my first thought. I was like, how's the cow doing, guys? Like, what's going on with the cow? So I'm like, trying
were there people with you?
No. But I was saying guys to, myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
No, I get it. I say.
Yeah, there's people in there. Dude,
Yeah,
I'll tell
there's
you.
people in there.
Yeah.
So I get out of the car. There's like a fuck ton of people there for some reason. There's like a whole bitch pulled over because she almost hit the cow, and then there's like the people who live at the bottom of Gold's mine also there, and like some random guy who couldn't really speak English. I
Why
don't
didn't
know.
they chase it out of the road?
Either way.
You think you would just fucking chase it?
Not everyone is a cow wrangler, I'll give them that. But
I don't know,
Throw
but
rocks
they
at
did
it,
they
don't
did
run
not
away.
know how to deal with the cow.
everybody's standing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cow's like guts are like
Yeah.
they're like, it's like a gash
It's
on that
disemboweled,
cow.
yeah.
Yeah, that cow's like suffering obviously. So they're like, all right, well, I guess we need to kill the cow. Like, we gotta put the cow out of its misery. They pull out the smallest gun I've ever fucking seen in my life. And, like, this sounds like a fucking airsoft gun. Like, it was.
22 probably.
So they
It was probably subsonic rounds.
they shoot it in the forehead between its eyes because they're like, yep, it's gonna die. Does not die.
Oh,
they shoot
hell
it again.
no.
Does not die. They shoot it again. Does not die. I'm like.
You gotta take like
This is just
308 to
Yeah,
those
this is
fuckers'
just
face.
fucked up. Like the cow's just not dying.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
No, I've seen it happen before. Not on a cow, but
Yeah, I don't know at what point the cow died, but I told everyone I don't have insurance, I don't have registration, I don't have a driver's license. The title is not in my name. So as soon as the cops come, I'm out of here. Just so you guys know. And they're like, okay, all right. let's-
okay, we're just bystanders here.
Dude, that's
I never
fucked
saw
up.
that.
Honestly,
Nobody
That car is. It was totaled as fuck anyway. It was like, whatever, I'm out.
So you pushed it off the side of the road or nothing? You just
I pulled over onto the side of the road and it was like pretty much out of the way. Then the cops came. I went across the street
Mhm.
and like hung out in Rihanna's yard for like
Right, okay.
a while until someone got me. And I never saw the cow or the car again.
Or the stakes.
Or the fucking steaks. Everyone's been telling me, oh no, I'm gonna talk to him and get you some steaks since you hit the cow. I'm like, okay. Fucking still waiting on those steaks.
It's Jason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since, or I think I saw him once and I forgot to mention it. But it wasn't too bad.
I'm good friends with his mom, weirdly enough.
Yeah, we
She
might
used
be
to be
able to.
in the
We might
bed.
just be able to get you the stakes.
Yeah, I'll let her Jeanette!
But apparently, if I had insurance, the insurance would have covered it.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just base insurance will cover a cow smash.
Yeah, because it's apparently the cow owner's fault, even though we are.
Really.
I don't know if we are or aren't in a free roam state.
I think
We are. And then,
yeah.
what the deal is that they keep having to deal with, like, kids cutting their fences to, like, romp in their fucking ATVs and dirt bikes.
I will say though, it's
I'm
a
not
free
saying-
roam, but how are you gonna have like county roads? They have fucking cows on them. It's like, dude, you're setting a double standard where it's like you maintain the road and then
Yeah.
you also patrol the road to fucking bust me when I'm speeding, but then you can't clear the cows. You can't put a
Yeah,
fence
but
up.
I'm gonna total my car and fucking cow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, they could just tag all their cows with the GPS, so if they went out of the boundary, they would know right where it was, and then go get their cow.
Dude, that is no.
Whoever
No way,
owns
bro.
those cows is fucking
It's
slack.
easy now.
It's not free range. You
It's
can
so
GPS
easy to
track
just
them.
because they already put the tag on the horn out there.
They're not
find
free.
any calves or whatever, and they have to.
The bucket being tracked
But
and removed.
They can, if they can stick the stupid GPS thing in your dog at the vet, they can just have one that hangs on the
Yeah.
tag. They stamp on
but
the
it's
cow,
not-
and
it's
it would
not
get it from
GPS
space.
track.
But he's saying that it could be.
Oh, okay.
No, they could.
But for
they,
the dogs,
they can
it's
GPS.
not
They have herds. They may not chip every one of them, but I'm just saying it could be part of that tag, and it could even have a little solar panel hanging on the fucking. Those tags are like this
Yeah,
big. There
Yeah.
could just be a little panel on there, and it could literally just be
Calculator.
GPS
I mean,
to
with how
anywhere
many
that fucking
cows
cow
that guy
goes.
must have lost
Speaking.
cars,
Yeah.
you'd think you would want to be doing a better job.
Bust it out, Taylor. We're leading in the
Yeah,
technology.
just-
Bust it out, Taylor.
Yeah, so this fucking
This guy, dude. Okay, you know.
Yeah.
You lived here for years.
No, I'm excited.
We're
Dude,
close, dude. I should have brought the
It's
board
like
thing.
legit. He's going full blown, making all the shit he talked about.
By the way, if we're taking too much of your time, please at any time step out unless you gotta go.
That's pretty simple, really. This is just this top part, but
Get another beer if you
This-
want.
this
Everything.
is-
Croissant, dude. Have you tried the
Okay,
croissants?
extraordinary. It's
They're
just,
getting fucking cold.
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
We're all dead.
I'm gonna.
You good? You good?
Have my tingly crystal.
No, dude. There's fucking millions. of
No,
croissants.
dude. Come on, I cooked 2 things.
Okay.
Now I got to That means I have
You
to
got
eat
another
10.
beer?
I
You
usually
good?
eat 5.
Everybody's got beer.
Yeah.
Beer up.
Taylor, or I mean, Daisy.
You're gonna need a beer for this one.
I think I
Yeah,
tasted it a little
Yeah,
bit.
so far.
Okay, so you manufactured this thing all
Thank you.
by yourself. Manufactured completely
Yeah, I
by
did.
hand. You could tell by the
So,
PVC
I
construction
didn't glue it
quality.
yet. It's all falling apart because I didn't glue it yet.
But it's made in the United States, so
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
So
Made in fucking New Mexico.
when it's mounted from the sides, it can pivot like that, right? And then this thing can also like aim. So, and then there's a 12-volt fishing reel. And then it's like in Japan or whatever, but the 12-volt fishing reel I have to power with a battery from this, and I'm just gonna probably cut this cord and run it in here with these other ones. And then inside I have this
This is what you showed us in the clear package, except you've remodeled it inside of here.
yeah, I just needed to mount it and I couldn't mount that thing on here.
So this is a hand-built motherboard for the fucking actuator system for this fucking fishing reel.
Yeah.
And you can get
So
what kind of distance?
basically,
So
Any distance that you have Wi-Fi.
yeah, I can have a Wi-Fi over an area and this will log into it and give me an IP address. And
hold
so-
on. These two don't know what it does though.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
literally, like,
Fishing?
okay.
No.
Yeah, for fishing like fucking Moby Dick.
Can be like
Oh, yeah.
a 40-pound like dead weight. So you can have like an 80-pound test on there and you can pull in like marlins, like big fish or whatever.
It's not. It has nothing to do with fish.
So no, but so
It's a fucking
let's just try. So we're gonna plug the battery in. Alright.
This is a Milwaukee battery that's been stripped
Oh
down.
my God,
So
dude.
it fits.
A naked Milwaukee battery in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna just set that in there. 18-volt battery. And then I have like drop down converters that drop it from whatever volts, from like 30 volts down to 6. So I just have that at like 9 volts. And then my 9 volts plugs into this little Arduino board that you can program on the computer. And it's the same thing that would run like the 3D printer. It's like the little motherboard you can just replace for $10 or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So, so there's that. So now I have a way to cheat with this little key fob thing. And I'm going to have another one of these key fobs I have to label to reel the reel in. But I can control it from my phone too. But this relay, if I put this box in, it gives me like a backup way to cheat. So if I can't connect to it for some reason, I can still do it.
Well,
And then
explain the balloon
That's a
part.
feature.
Explain the balloon part.
Okay, so,
Yeah, so what this is reeling in, which is really a complex
The
system.
most important part.
This is all about safety, what he's doing here.
yeah, I don't want to be able to touch it because it's going to have like up to 500 feet of copper wire on the reel. And then I can put like an umbrella of aluminum wires, like maybe this big, and then a balloon. And then I can solder all the wires onto it, like some kind of bolt or something that the wire is soldered to. And the balloon can pull it up from a loop. So I'll have this like big umbrella thing and then a wire, and it'll just like feed down in this tube and then come down and reel up on the reel. And then to let the wire out, I could do this. And I can like, oh, that's gonna do the other way. So if you go down, and then that'll like loosen it, and that'll let it start to fly out. And then when it goes way up in the air, I can go like this.
Well, that's really slow. You got a real,
Yeah,
like really fucking
yeah. So
infinite measurements.
yeah. So you can go. Yeah,
Okay,
it's just-
so
Hold on.
that's
hold
great,
on.
right, guys? That's
Okay,
great.
hold on, real quick.
Why the fuck are you putting a massive copper wire in the sky like a lightning rod with a fucking?
Okay, because when it comes down into this globe, then that's like a whole other thing. I didn't bring that part. But this,
Oh, God damn it! We're
this
trying to
part,
burn the house down.
I
dude.
know, but this is just the part that controls it, and that's just the super. There's nothing, no.
So this is
But
the
explain-
idea.
okay, hold on, okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna explain.
Yeah. I'm just saying, somebody explain it.
This is all about the science of putting lightning in a bottle, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like I can't go and reel the fishing reel back in.
So
I have to have
basically-
a 12-volt winch that'll pull it back in.
So in layman's terms, just real quick, imagine there's an electricity bubble that's the electromagnetic field of the Earth. Okay, he's gonna send a balloon
It
up
goes above that.
that is really
That's on.
negatively charged because the sky, this bubble of electromagnetics is positively charged, and it creates like an arc. And so he basically is doing what Tesla did, and he's pulling in power from the sky. He didn't explain that at all, so I'll explain that now. The balloon is to draw power in from the just common static electricity of the Earth. It just draws it in.
Yeah, in layman's
So I mean, I have
terms, you're
Jack Globe
basically
make me a globe.
in layman's terms,
the
you're
globe
basically
goes-
harnessing the power that creates lightning, and you're drawing it down to the earth into a dispersible, power system.
Yeah.
So that globe fits underneath the fishing reel setup with the metal spheres on either side. And then the metal spheres on either side are going to be connected to a coil that's wrapped down below it. And I have ones that can go inside the tube, and I'm going to get like different size PVC pipes and like layer coils kind of. But realistically, the coil is maybe only 40, 50 feet long on each side, but they're wrapped, so it's small, But they can't touch. They need to be like a rib cage kind of thing, like not touching at all, but they have to go in opposite directions. So one goes clockwise and the other one goes counterclockwise. And then at the bottom, they just both go to the ground. They all get like soldered to a copper rod on the ground. And then because alike poles repel, when the positive comes from the ground, they repel on those coils. But because it's metal, they like fight to pass each other, and the whole thing just charges up ambiently. And then those metal spheres, like the electricity goes to the end of the socket even though it's not connected yet, because it goes to the edge of the metal that's live. So if you have those spheres, the electricity has to cover the surface of those spheres to some ambient amount. And that depends on how much clouds are in the air. And so then the next thing is there's like a pendulum in the middle, which is the violin string and the globe. And then when you have an antenna go up in the air, then it'll come down and it'll vibrate the violin string. And I have magnets attached on the bottom so that on the outside of the globe, I can just make stronger and stronger magnets to tune the frequency. It's like make it faster and faster the stronger the magnets are. And then essentially the discharge just goes from the globe to one side of the sphere and then to the other, because the first time when they're both positive, then it'll strike to one of them, whichever it's just the least resistance. And then when it does that, it'll like pluck the violin string, which will cause it to vibrate, and then it'll just start discharging on either side every single time. And so that'll happen.
And then that's how you create the alternating current that then we can create actual power that comes out of your plug.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it'll alternate those spheres, and when one sphere gets discharged from the violin string, that polarity turns negative, and the positive energy that was there is sent up the antenna and sent out on AM at the frequency of the coil, I'm pretty sure, so it's going to totally fuck AM up. At the frequency of whatever the length of the coil is. So there's that. But anyways, so
So hold on. In short, though,
So-
this is either going to solve all of the world's issues by free power because the Earth is just a generator in the floating in the solar system. Right?
they're gonna have to give up AM radio.
They're gonna have to give it
Oh
up.
fuck! I don't know if we can do that.
Yeah, I know. Right?
No, but
Hold on. I gotta ask though.
Wait, stop.
Can we Google how
Bunch of old white dudes in the government.
Can we Google how many people listen to AM radio? Like
All the
what
old-
No, see,
percentage?
the thing
Because
is,
they
though-
say like 93% or whatever fucking ridiculous
The world-
percentage listens to the radio, what percentage listens to AM?
I don't know. Fuck all those people.
Yeah, exactly.
For real?
Listen,
Listen to talk radio?
listen to the fucking Patriot statement.
Yeah.
Listen, the
Listen.
power lines that cross between here and Golden are like 30,000 volts at 60 hertz. So that's like a massive rift in the AM field at 30,000, whatever the amplitude of 30,000 volts is, because AM is amplitude modulation. So it's like those power lines are way above the frequency that you listen to on the radio.
So
they're only doing it at 60 hertz. So if you did tune to that frequency, it would just sound like the power grid, like when you can hear like your outlet humming or something. It'd be the same, like, or like a transformer. When you hear a transformer humming, that's the same sound you would hear. That's 60 hertz. So there's even a thing on like old military radio videos where it was like when they only had AM, people would be listening to AM radio, and then someone would go to use the shaver, and it would just obliterate the radio station. So even like an electric shaver, regular stuff we use every day obliterates AM. We just don't realize it. It just doesn't go more than like 20 feet or something. So
Because no one listens to
yeah, and it's like,
No one would know.
Fucking
No one would
person.
fucking know.
lightning comes in on the AM, right? Like doesn't matter what station you're listening to, you'll hear the lightning strike in AM. So my device would be like a lightning strike every 60 seconds and make AM sound like that buzzing of the transformer.
So
But you have to be within a certain distance and specifically listening to AM.
Yeah, and then if the voltage of the thing was super high because the antenna's high enough, if the capacity charges up and it's over like 10,000 volts or something, it would be not even within the amplitude modulation that radio listens to. But so idea would be it'd have to be the same as the city power grid already. It'd have to be designed and built to be 30,000 volts, 60 hertz. And it would just blend into their thing and they could use it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But the thing is that like the fusion thing, they had like a breakthrough last week, and like the fusion whatever, they had like a mirrored tube, and they shot like 200 lasers in there and got helium to combine and release more heat than they put into it.
I didn't hear about that. That's pretty
Yeah, it was like
crazy.
last week. It was pretty cool. But I'm sure, like, I don't even know how they were able to tell they created more.
So
heat. They
basically
sent
what you're saying-
200
wait, hold on,
of the
just real
most
quick.
powerful lasers
In
into
layman's
a tiny
terms.
square space this big.
So real
You're
quick,
not
in
measuring
layman's
any heat
terms,
out of that thing.
in layman's terms, what you're saying is they pumped in X amount of energy into helium, and they got plus X amount of energy.
They got a little
They got
bit
more
more.
than the X that they. Okay.
But that's
So they
fucking
claim.
horseshit. That's horseshit.
But
We're
they're
working
using,
on it.
we gotta realize, they were using 200 of the most powerful lasers in the world, all aimed at one spot.
Cut the moon
And
in
then-
half.
oh, it's getting hot.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Wow, it's fucking red hot.
And that's because they introduced a fuel. So here's another thing. If you
Okay,
take
what?
2 blowtorches and aim them together and then put a metal wire in there and you see the metal wire get hot, you're like, oh, it was brighter than we made it because we put the wire in there. They put helium in there and made it brighter than they made it.
Oh, because the off-gassing of the wire is what you're saying.
Yeah,
creates-
it's,
it
there's
makes it
elements that
brighter.
go in there, and there's a chemical reaction because you put iron and oxides, all kinds of stuff happens, so it gets hotter than it was burning before. Because like, let's say the fuel source is hot here, and then it's a different temperature here, but you put something different here that then burned, it's hotter there. So they added a fuel that they then got heat from. And
Yeah.
in their case, they put helium in there.
So it's cheap.
So what the fuck matters? They put a fuel in there and burned it. They just figured out how to burn helium, essentially.
Yeah.
And you're talking about harnessing the just atmospheric.
Yeah,
power.
this
That's
thing would just be like a
free.
continuous free arc. That's
free.
that's gonna get hot. That didn't cost anything to create. It just gets.
Yeah, it just
all they
gets
wanna
hot
do-
by existing.
All they want to do, at all, is make something hot to boil water to turn a fan. They're not trying to get energy from an atomic field that just goes through and gives you free electricity from atoms. They're not trying to make it a battery. They're trying to make something hot to turn turbine and use a generator and create power the same way they've done it for hundreds of years. They still want to use all that other crap. They can't cut to the fact that they need to just pull the electricity off the surface of the atoms and let nature replace it. Because if you unbalance a harmonic atom that you can't destroy, like it takes them the Hadron Collider and 200 laser beams and all kinds of crazy shit to destroy the atom, but it's really easy to take all the electrons away and make it pull more. And there's a video from like the 40s, it's like one of those, it's called Charged Bodies, it's like a black and white video of a military guy in the chalkboard, and he shows you free energy in the first like literally 20 seconds. It's like he gets a balloon and he like charges it and sticks it on the chalkboard, and it's there the whole entire demonstration. He even moves it around and stuff, and it doesn't lose the charge that he gave it because it's static electricity. And so by altering the charge on the surface of things, you can accelerate the flow like cells. So instead of having like a chemical reaction making electrons move one way or the other, you can just have the surface of all these different materials that can't quite touch, and it just causes an electron wind, and then voltage is the speed of the electron. So if you can create a molecular electron wind, because they're all attracted in one giant like cornucopia horn thing with different sized atoms in an inert carrier, then it just makes the energy flow in one direction, and that's all they ever need. They don't even need any of the heat or any of that shit.
Yeah.
But they won't try that, I guess. Or they say like solar panels, and then that's how solar panels work, but it needs a radiation to fill the cornucopia lattice, but it's like not if we're already on a giant battery, you just need an antenna. So it really just comes into how are you going to pull it from the antenna. And the crudest ass way is just with a vacuum space, because you can have a gas and the wire in there, and then, have you ever seen there's a thing called St. Elmo's fire? There's these ships where it's like in the, was it like, I think St. Elmo's thing was in like 700 AD or 300 AD or something. It was like really a long time ago.
Yeah.
But ships would sail out and they would just burn down at sea, and no one would ever see them again. And then the church and everything was like, oh well, let's just like go bless your ship or whatever. And they would put these little gold crosses on all the wooden masts, and then the energy wouldn't burn the ship down. They probably grounded it with a little wire down into the water and stuff.
Yes, ancient tech.
And yeah, and then it stopped the ships from burning down. And so the guy that invented that was like, I forgot his real name, but his name's like St. Elmo or something. St. Elmo's fire is the thing from it. And so basically what my device does is send a wire up in the air, have an uninsulated space that carries charge that's attracted to the ground, whether it's positive or negative. It's always going to be pulled, because when you look at all the diagrams, the static pressure is flat across the horizon, and if there's a building or something, it doesn't cut through the building, it goes over the top of the entire building and back down. So if you have the tiniest hair-fine wire and send it up 100 feet, there's an unseen pressure trying to smash the energy field down because you punctured all the layers of energy off the earth. So the higher up you go, the more of these energy fields you break through, kind of like the electron rings, and you're like piercing it with a needle. It pops a balloon essentially, and all that pressure is trying to push down the wire. And so what it does is, instead of it coming off because the ships, it happens when they're at sea and the water's flat.
And then another thing one thing that he taught me that just makes it really easy to remember is that once you pass 51%, so imagine like there's like an electromagnetic field, which is in essence static electricity, and it has a field that ranges this far. Once you pass 51%, correct? Once you pass 51% of that thing's field, that's when it shocks you. So when you reach for a door handle and it shocks you, the moment it shocks you, it's 51% of its range, right? Or whatever. So what he's basically doing is puncturing that range, in layman's terms, again.
And so you're creating this funnel.
Yeah.
You're creating this funnel from the atmosphere of static electricity, right?
Essentially, yeah.
And you're harnessing it within this globe with a violin string dangling, and you can tune it with the magnetic.
Yep.
Hold it down.
So because there's a lightning rod on either side, and it's a vacuum space, which makes the way easier to transfer. It's like how neon lights work. Like it won't go through your hair, but it'll go through that tube.
It'll probably light up like a filament.
Yeah, it'll light up between the violin string and one side and then the other.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be kind of like those plasma globe things that go to your finger when you put your finger to it and there's laser coming off. So it'll go like to either side.
And if you were to suspect, right? Because you've got two of your alternating currents coming right off of there, and you've got your ground coming straight off of the ground, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically your ground or your neutral, right? And then so, how much do you suspect power do you think you're going to be pulling off of just a thin, what did you say, a 20 gauge or a 10 gauge wire?
I think it's 20 gauge wire. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's going to be
Or does
the
it
size. I haven't done it yet, but it's
Right,
going
'cause
to
it
be
could
the
explode,
size
we
of the
don't know.
spheres. No, it's not going to blow up, but I mean, and it'll go around in there.
But
But
why do, okay, so all
It's-
this we know, you've got all this shit, it's just gonna be a little light bulb that gives us power, but then why do you have this fucking crazy ass safety device that you just
because you
showed us?
can't. Okay, two rings. One, I might have to mirror the entire globe and not be able to see it with silver, because the chances are that it's going to
Blind you.
emit a mass X-rays.
Like
Okay, and every
radiation.
yeah.
You're just gonna die, dude.
It's-
If
that's
the
why
CIA
it's
doesn't
gonna
kill you.
If you go look up an X-ray patent, it's a cathode hitting an anode mirror, and the reflection. Because there's another thing too, where radio waves are reflected by metal. So the electrons hit through the mirror and continue down through the anode, but the radio wave hits the mirror and shines off to the side as an X-ray, and that's how they can aim it out of the little mirror, little globe. It's a little, it's two tubes in a round sphere, an X-ray thing. So they can aim it out of that sphere. So with mine, it's a violin string that is going to emit a ray that's coming off a curved surface, so it's going to go in every direction. And then it's going to hit glass, which is essentially going to ricochet some of it back the other direction, and what goes through it is hitting whatever the shape of the other metal piece is. So if I have another metal ball, like a chrome ball right there, it's just going to hit that and then go in every direction off that side of the ball.
Well, okay, hold on. I have one question for you, though. I have one question for you. Just to put it on record, dude, are you suicidal?
No, but
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
do-
seriously. No,
do you
legitimate.
have any
Are you
information?
suicidal?
that's why, no, the reason, that's
No.
why the device
No, hold
was
on,
like
'cause
in
we're
the
gonna-
middle of the
No,
pyramid.
don't talk about the
It was like
device.
buried in the pyramid.
No,
Hold on a second.
Taylor. Understand? We're saying this so that if someone kills you, we can say, "Yo, he
No.
wasn't suicidal."
Yeah, speaking of which,
Definitely not
what do you think about that fucking Sam Bankman-Fried dude? They fucking locked him up in the Bahamas. You just had a fucking feeling that
Well, yeah.
He's a piece of shit, dude. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like,
you are a piece
hold
of
on,
shit.
hold on. No, not. God damn it, Cody.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to get the thing set up and.
No, we're gonna make an entire. First of all, we're gonna sit you down. And we're gonna fucking talk about the whole, not only the ancient tech. We're gonna start from.
Oh,
day
dude, but
one.
you gotta see this guy. Even he showed me that wall. I don't know if it got messed up. Someone told me some people's.
Dude, I heard it got graffitied.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the same wall. They keep saying magic petroglyphs, but I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And
Yeah.
only you've ever told me about that. So.
Yeah.
But
I gotta take
yeah,
this.
I've never haven't been there since we were there. But that wall is like, dude, like 'cause the photos I got from it
Yeah.
on the bottom. I think I told you once before, but it says like LB 1882.
Yeah.
If you research that, it's like the 14th governor of New Mexico.
That's
And-
crazy, dude. That's awesome.
And then he was he was like the president of the Historical Preservation Society for the Catholic Church, and he was the chief justice, like, and the governor of the territory. So that was like literally he was like every head of office, and then he went to all of the Spanish mission churches that still existed, like on a horse with a donkey behind him with all his stuff.
Yeah.
And talked to all the Spanish priests and stuff to get the history, and then he wrote a book called it's called Ahistorical Sketches of New Mexico in like 1883, and it was like the year after he carved on that. So he was writing that book or publishing it like when he found that mural. It would have probably been in the book if
So let me ask you,
he probably hadn't already wrote it.
just real quick, do you think he carved his name or like his initials into that?
Does
So
anybody
he was
need
at that
bounce?
wall.
Do you need
Yeah.
bounce?
Okay.
Yeah, that's I just found the whole
It's
thing
7
from
o'clock, guys.
Oh my god.
researching that wall. I just typed in what his shit says.
Yeah.
Put New Mexico behind it,
Oh my
and
God.
And it was like
First-
LB 1882.
first thing that comes up on Wikipedia when you type it in.
That's cool. Yeah. Oh, it's like that.
And what's his name? LB what?
The artifacts.
L. Bradford Prince.
L. Bradford Prince. Okay, just so people don't think we're talking about
Yeah.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah,
Fucking little bitch!
he wrote the New Mexico history curriculum for the public schools in like 1914 when it became a state. And he wrote another book called A Concise History of New Mexico later on. And the only thing he had added in that one was a thing called the Stone Lions of Tochity and a bunch of pictures and stuff of Chaco. So I think what he might have found slightly after was more impressive to make the book.
Yeah.
And maybe he didn't want to disclose sensitive mystery that that wall represents, if he could understand what it was.
Yeah.
Because if we had a mirror when we were there, if you put it behind you and hold a mirror, it shows you all those things in front of you when you look in a mirror. You have to be standing there with the mural behind you and hold the mirror towards the Ortiz, and then wherever you look in the mirror and align it behind you. Because remember, there's that big totem.
Yeah.
There's that like crazy, like it almost looks like a food dog Chinese totem thing right there.
Yeah.
So I think you have to stand next to that or sit next to it on that stone, because it had like a stone thing coming off of it you could sit at. I think you have to be there with the totem and use a mirror.
And
And
Da Vinci Code shit.
because the thing is across the valley to the southeast is where there's the cave where it's painted, and the guy has his hands up like this, and it's like painted there. And yeah, and then the whole thing is like that giant, it's like a rushing bull in the end, and it has like the little loop thing and the cross on the side of his head.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Have
that
you been back to that spot recently?
no, the last time I was there was with you.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
you should
point.
go check it out because there's definitely more like petroglyphs in that area, and like they're just like in really precarious spots. Like, there's like this like I haven't been able to find it. Like I've gone several times and I've only found it once, but it's like this weird kind of like it's like a cave inside of like a kind of like a already like spherical shaped rock, and then like when you get in there, it's just like this little guy with like these little like faces, and then like there's also like this cool area. I think I might have showed you, but it's like, or maybe you even pointed it out. Like if you look at the rock, it looks like a native guy's like.
Oh, the profile? Yeah, like the
And
huge
like it's
totems.
like in this like really like you can feel like the charge in the area, and it's just like every time I go there, there's like always like these like circles of rocks just like perfectly aligned, and like it's like super.
That's cool, man.
It's a crazy area, dude. And it's just like in like just like right off the road, man. Like,
yeah. And what were you saying? It used to be a state park like a long time ago or something?
That's what it, yeah, it used to be kind of like a tourist attraction state park
Okay.
kind of thing, you know, and so like they installed a bunch of rails into like the, cause like this, it's just this crazy like sandstone flow, and so it's like this, it's just like crazy like slot canyons and huge like rocks, just all sandstone everywhere, and like just like super wavy and like, but it's just like it's right off of, you know, just like in the Garden of the Gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been through there, dude. There's alien shit there, man. I swear.
Yeah.
Dude, shit you'd never see in the planet.
No, and
I mean, it's crazy.
That was like my first house growing up.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
right
Oh,
there.
really?
And that's,
Oh, I
that's
didn't
how
know that,
found these,
man.
like-
Rainbow's End.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know
because,
Rainbow? Do you know the road Rainbow's End? It's off of 55A, the dirt road.
Yeah, you take
Or
left.
wait, no,
right?
50
You take left?
It's
42.
General whatever.
John
Yeah.
Goodwin Road.
Yeah, John-
Yeah. And then there's a road called Rainbow's End. That's literally named after his mom.
Nice.
Because
That's
her name's Rainia and she didn't know how to name it.
Oh, yeah.
Say it, so she
Well,
said
her
Rainbow.
hippie, she was in the hippie era, so her like hippie name was Rainbow.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to take chicks all the time back behind the Garden of the Gods, like behind there.
Uh-huh.
Like the Garden of the Gods is cool and all, but dude, behind there is insane.
No, yeah, I've gone through there, and like there's just so many crazy rock formations that just like look like, you know, like eagles, just like they're carved with just these huge things, and it's just like
Yeah.
like it looks natural, but also is like too like
It's
Yeah,
everything
it's specific.
and like
Yeah,
you said, it's
yeah.
charged.
Yeah.
There's a charge to the area, you know. And we do live on some serious like ley lines, you know.
Well, and I do
And-
think that's where the land of enchantment comes from.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just that charge that you're talking about.
These petroglyphs that we're talking about though, like there's just like this one part where it's just this crazy long wall, and it's got like all these petroglyphs on it, but like they're all like, some of them all like seem kind of like alien related. Like there's like this one like disc. It kind of looks like a pizza. It's like a pizza with one pepperoni slice, or one pepperoni each slice, and it's just like in the sky, and you can see all these dots that like represent the stars. And it's like in the sky with all these stars over like these mountains that you can see it carved in, which are like the Cerritos Hills.
Mm-hmm.
And like it just looks like an alien scene, and like there's all these like guys like standing around with like crazy like appendages, and like it's
Fucking
like, dude, it's wild, dude.
Document this shit, man,
Yeah.
you know. Photo
I
that
mean,
shit.
no, he's taking photos and
Okay,
stuff.
okay. Of that,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
I was
It's
trying to
random
find
as
it.
hell. Have you guys heard about the B-21 Raider that we just came out with? Summer of second or third, the United States Air Force came out with the B-21 Raider.
Is it alien technology?
Do you know what the B-2 bomber is?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the B-21. So it's a little bit smaller.
Mhm.
and it's designed. But dude, looking at it straight on, it looks like UFO.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like a bubble in the center, and then it thins way out for the wings. It's a plane.
Yeah.
So when you look at it directly above, it's a plane. But I mean, when you look at it straight on, it's a fucking UFO, dude. It legit is a UFO.
Nice.
Like, dude, it's fucking ridiculous.
Well,
man.
there's only so much of the technology they can release for warfare, dude.
Oh, and then I was telling my
so much
lady
of an
last
advantage,
night, I was
you
looking
know?
at it, and I was like, you know, we've had this for like 25 years, right? Like,
How does it feel to have your collegiate collar on?
Dude, you know, honestly,
You feel like a winner, dude. Give me a high five.
Okay.
Taylor.
They told me that like I was missing
Damn,
one credit, like that I
Does that
I
not look
graduated, I walked
like
in
a-
line, right?
Yeah.
But I was missing one fitness credit, like
What?
PE kind of
Yeah.
You're
credit,
fucking kidding.
and it's because like I audited like a yoga class instead of taking it once.
Really?
It was my last, but they like graduated me and everything. I was like, whatever, I'll just take like a fitness class and transfer it over at some point. But like then dude, I've already got a degree.
I knew
They
you
said it-
didn't
I
need
got it
this,
right.
but I was like,
They sent it to like one of my friends who like works at Meow Wolf with me, and like
Oh, okay. You have another one.
so
So this is a
this
Yeah,
is
like,
this
it's
more
a-
official? Is this or is this the same thing?
It's more official because they didn't send me all this papers. These papers might I have
I
to
know
read
your
into
history,
this.
dude. I documented
But
it
maybe
all.
they passed me. Maybe they were like,
Yeah,
fucking
fine.
one credit. Because I even asked. I was like, I went up to them and I was like,
Come on, man.
it's one credit. Like,
One credit.
like, dude, that's ridiculous.
Well, dude, do you have an office?
An office?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's saying like you have your own personal office.
Oh yeah, I've got a garage.
No, I think it means a Meow Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, at Meow Wolf. I mean, I have a whole warehouse to myself. Yeah.
Nice. You should frame that and put it on the side of the warehouse.
Fuck yeah, dude. Put that, yeah. No,
Do it,
straight
dude.
up,
Do
dude.
it, dude. Do it.
Because that's at my office for fucking 3 months now or something like that. I got that.
That's so funny.
I got that a while ago, and I was like, I'll just invite him out here one day and just surprise him with it, and then
So
here we are.
So what's the most
Hold on.
impressive thing you've done? Okay, go ahead.
Impressive.
Oh, that's fucking.
Dog.
One time.
Does that not look? Yes, that's what I was just showing them.
I know. It's,
Does that not look like a fucking UFO, dude?
That is crazy, man. It makes you think. It's like,